What's up guys, Nick Rapazzi here. Welcome to Paradise C6 YouTube channel. So today, I know I said in the last video we were going to work on the Corvette, but the motor's still not done. We had to wait for new main bearings to come in, so it's going to be a couple more days before the motor's actually finished. But as soon as I get here, I don't see it taking me more than one day to get it in and get everything going. So we're going to be going right back to the Datsun stuff. Last time I left off, we got the top halo in, we had the downward bars, and then we have the side bars in. And I did test fit, let's go just on the outside. I did test fit the inside bars, and they run right along the side of here. And this kind of pushes into where you sit. So I honestly don't think I'm gonna leave these in for now. I'm gonna leave them in here for now so I can drop the roll cage and weld the top. But I am definitely gonna be taking these bars out. I'll clean up this weld. You won't even tell that this was here. The biggest thing I want to do with these when I do go to put some in is there is a bunch of space in between the door, and I'd rather get a piece of angled bar or get a custom made piece that gets closer to the door sill here, because I don't like how this sits up in front of you, and I want this to be like a get in drive car. It's not a track car, it's nothing crazy, it's just an enjoyable car that I'm adding some safety stuff to get some more rigidity and all that good stuff. So that's gonna be coming out. I did get a new angle grinder because the battery powered one locked up. I'm not sure if there's a warranty on it. It's not even a year old, so I'm gonna see if I can get the warranty on it, but we got to plug in one just in case, because this was like 50 bucks and a new battery powered one was like 190, so hopefully I can get that warranted. And then we have the fuel cell. So I'm gonna unbox this and throw it to a time lapse, pull it out, show you what it is. Got a really good deal on it. Normally these are going for like $120, $130 on Amazon or eBay, and I found this one on a bid, and it was like 80 bucks with shipping, like $85 shipped to the house. So I saved like 50 bucks on it. So super happy about that. So we'll go over that, and then we'll get back to some metal work because we have a shit ton still to do, so we can get this painted and start putting this thing back together. So let's get to it.
Ever since you came around, I've never been sober, always in my head.
Alright guys, so this is it. It is blue. I didn't really care about the color because you're not going to see this thing anyway. It is, I honestly didn't know it came with the foam, so it's kind of baffled. It's got basically a sump style where you're going to run a pump after. We're not going to do an intake pump just because all the setups to do an intake pump, I was looking at like $600-700 just to have the pump on the inside. And again, like, there's nothing wrong with having the pump on the outside. I think we're gonna get like a Walboro 340, I think it is, for outside, but something along those lines, something that will handle way more than I think I'll ever push. I want to just build the fuel system for like 600-700 horsepower, and again, we're gonna run this thing NA and maybe 300 at the wheels, so it's gonna be more pump than we actually need. It's super nice that it's all 10 AN already, so I'm going to be running 10 AN fuel fittings for everything, just front to back, and I might run a return and do a reducer 10 AN to 8 AN, but for now we're just going to run that just because I have a bunch of extra 10 AN fittings and I can get the line for like $100, so it's super short to do the return on this because it's only going to be like 10 feet there and back. So that's that for that. We're going to put this aside. I think I might actually try to get this installed today. We're going to be putting that right here in the back. So I'm going to measure it out. I'm going to try and put this thing as far back to this side as I can, because we're just running 90s off the fuel anyway. So we're going to set it back here, cut out what we need to get the square, and then we're going to fill in this metal, so we're not going to have this hole in the back anymore. And then once that metal's filled in, we'll know where the X bars go. We're going to attach the plates there so we can have those bars in and have this all set up, because a lot of this metal is going to get cut out, because you see this is just completely rotted out. I'm just going to cut this out, weld in new metal, call it brand new, and we still have to finish that stuff too. So shit ton of work, a lot of progress still to be made, but let's get to the fuel tank and we'll worry about the roll cage afterwards. All right guys, so something happened with the camera. I wasn't recording when I did this, but we have everything where I want it. Now the next step is to actually cut out the braces, and I was going to use this stuff that I had laying around. It's probably 1/2 inch square, but just because this is a 15-gallon tank, it's going to hold a bit of weight. I think I'm going to pick up some angle iron just like this and run it on both angles, just so it just has a fully supported basically bottom, because it does have these tabs on it and I don't want to just mount it on those tabs. So I want to put this down, put some like foam on the top of this. This way it has some padding on it. It won't move, it won't go anywhere. And I think I'm going to cut those tabs off and basically box it in with that. So this thing will just slide right in, come up and down whenever I want, and it'll at least make this thing serviceable. So this way I'll just put some straps over the top so it's strapped down, doesn't go anywhere. But if I ever need to pull the tank, I could just literally pull the tank out of the top. So, and I like where the outlets are, so I can run 90s right off of the AN fittings right there to go to the fuel pump and for the return. So this thing's going to return right back into where the fuel pump is. And yeah, that's that. So because I want to change that, we're going to stop here with this. At least I know where it's mounted, and I can make these plates to fill in this and start cutting away that. So we have where this is going to be. We can get back to doing the roll cage stuff. So I'm going to dismount that, weld the top of the roll cage, and then you're going to see me take the arm bars off of each side just so we have more space and make this more of a comfortable driving car, because it's not full-blown race car just yet. And like I said before, when we make the door bars, we'll make them more custom fitting to the actual roll cage than what this is. But for now, that's good. That's a good starting point. We're going to box these things in and try to get this mostly done today. So let's get to it.
Met you at a time when I was so low. Went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be. So if you ever leave me, promise you won't let me down. But sometimes you can't handle your emotions, and I guess that's okay. Met you at a time when I was so...
All right, guys, so we have the full cage up top welded in. Everything's where it's supposed to be. Nothing shifted, which is nice because all the pedestals fit back where they were. All the mounting places are the same exact spot. You can even see where the tack welds were and how they're holding up. So we're gonna end it there. Tomorrow I'm gonna come in, we're gonna plate this in right here so we can finish the cage off of here and get the bar for the seat belts that are gonna be going in. I'm not gonna be putting in the bar just yet because I don't know exactly where the seats are. I'm basically gonna go off of that, and a little bit higher is better. When you're doing the 5-point harness seat belts, you never want the bar to be lower than where your shoulder height's gonna be. So I'll put that in, see where my shoulder height is, set the bar in, weld it, and then we will be able to work with the full cage. I am going to get the angle iron at Tractor Supply tomorrow so we can get the fuel cell mounted in 100%, and then we'll build everything around here. So we have a lot of stuff to do and making some huge progress, because once this is in, I can order the parts for the back here, the rear quarter that I showed you guys in a few videos ago, and then start fully welding everything in, because I do want to get the dimple die set out, get this dimple dyed in so this is all attached, and finish up the roll cage completely, and then welding the back half metal. So we still have a shit ton of work to do, but we're gonna blast through a lot of this stuff in the next couple of days now that we're back at it. And I'm super happy that everything's going smooth. The door bars are out. I do have to weld a little bit of metal on that, grind it down, and make it look good again. But other than that, I'm super happy with everything, and hopefully in the next week or two, as long as nothing goes bad. The last month was a little bit crazy, and it sucked that I was gone for 3 weeks, but happy to be back at it. Hopefully we get some good news about the Corvette motor. As soon as that comes in, I'm gonna hit that balls to the wall, get all the stuff that I need off of the heads over there, put all the accessories back in, and throw that thing in basically 1 or 2 days, because I want to enjoy it for the next probably month. Usually it doesn't start snowing until the 3rd week of December here, but even if it snows and whatever, I'll still take it out and drive. As long as it doesn't get consistently below 30 degrees, I'll drive that as much as I possibly can, just because the R888s suck in the cold weather, and if it snows or anything like that, the car's useless because of those tires. So yeah, so I'm gonna end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed this update. I'm super happy to be back at everything, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.